happening, fellas? Check out this. This bike's gonna be 60 years old in about 20 months. It was 1966 Honda Super Sport 300. This is really one of the bikes that was put BSA and Harley Davidson and Triumph put a couple of them out of business. And the quality and the performance that you get and the fit and finish, they were an instant hit with Americans who, you know, really bought a whole bunch of these, and not too many of them survived the ides of time. And if you follow the channel, this was the first pick that I had done after getting the new tractor trailer. We picked up 18 bikes from Dan, I forget his last, Kellner, I think it was, out of he owned a farm up in New York, and we went up, and he was getting up there in years, and his wife wanted him to lighten the load a little bit, so he sold us a tractor trailer load, 18 of these classic Hondas, and this is the last one that we've gotten ready to go. And I've got a huge stack of invoices for what was done on this bike. Some of the obvious stuff, like obviously it's got a beautiful paint job on it. The chrome is beautiful. It has a brand new exhaust system on it. It runs, it's very lively for a 300 twin cylinder, dual carb. This was Honda road race these back in the days, and this thing's a little ripper for sure. If you look closely, the bars, the levers, all of the running gauges, it only shows 131 miles on it. I'm pretty sure that it has more miles than that on it, but I can't confirm for sure. I think he had the speedometer rebuilt or something. I don't know, but the whole bike was repainted, new tires. It's been tuned beautifully. It runs excellent. Let me show you. Let me show you some of the receipts we have here, because I couldn't possibly remember all of this, but over here we've got the actual owner's manual. And also we pulled some comps off of Mecum, the recent auction results. Same exact model as that, restored like this. One sold for $9,350, one sold for $9,900, two others sold for $9,900, one for $7,700. So there's 5 comps recently sold close to $10,000. So they're an investment quality classic. They're definitely going up in value. And this one's an absolutely beautiful piece. So you got all the registrations, and so you can transferable registration and everything. It has a new clutch cable. I'll read off the list there. You can give me a mic. Do you have a mic or no?
No, sir.
All right, I'll follow you along. Sorry, our mic's died. But it has a new clutch cable, new horn switch, new cat cable, new speedometer cable, new throttle cable, new left and right side air filters, new carb boots, the intake boots there. Those are $100 alone. Everywhere you look, there's a $100 bill on this bike. There's a fortune put into this bike. 2 carb plastic manifolds, the ones that go to the intake, on the intake side of the bike. The petcock rebuild kit, 2 carb rebuild kits. The points inner cover oil seal has been replaced. The header pipes with flangers alone were $285. Okay, brand new set of tires on it, new set of shocks, new set of mirrors. The speedometer chrome ring and rubber seal was replaced. The seat alone was $200. The engine was dismantled, honed and clean. It has new piston and rings. That's on another invoice. I think they're Wiseco. New battery, and of course the paint job was $500. So there were no corners were cut on the restoration of this bike. Just that page alone was $2,200. That was $2,270, guys. And check it out. Look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's like 13 pages of receipts here. And I'll go over them all, because when you got to understand, when you restore a bike like this, it all adds up, man. And if you look closely, there's some really cool, a lot of new hardware and a lot of really nice features on this bike. A new carb insulator, new gasket for the cylinder, new joint air vent tube, new tachometer gear, new cable for the front brake, new clutch cable, new throttle cable, new knob light switch, 2 bulbs, a switch for the horn button, a fuel petcock, the right handlebar grip, the left handlebar grip, the spark plugs, the cap assembly, the batteries, a cream combo pack to seal the fuel tank when that was restored, a new DID 530 O-ring chain, new tires, tubes, fuel lines, all kinds of stuff, air filters, throttle cable, clutch cable, front brake cable, oil seals, petcock packing, O-ring bowls, just on and on and on. A new Wiseco 305 piston. It was bored 60 over, so it's got a brand new top end on it with piston and a gasket set, which is base gasket, head gasket, O-rings, and gaskets. New Wiseco piston gasket kit for the 305 Honda, 60 millimeter. New bushings for the transmission. New Subaki cam chain. New master link for the cam chain, new CB77 steel lower fork seals, new oil seals, points cams, shift shaft seal, breather shield, new cam chain tensioner, packing, a new oil seal kit, and then shipping and handling. That invoice is there just for parts, $531 on that one. New starter solenoid wires, new horn for the Super Hawk Scrambler, new starter, let's see, new starter solenoid ground cables. It just goes on and on and on. You get the idea. New NOS rear sprocket. That's a new old stock, no China parts. Rear sprocket for this Honda. So new sprocket, new chain. New NOS cushions and stay for the rear of the fuel tank. Show them the paint job on this tank, Ronnie, and the chrome and the fit and finish. I mean, to find a 60-year-old any motor vehicle, let alone a 60-year-old Honda 300 in this kind of shape, is few and far between. A new headlight ring. If you look at the headlight ring, that's brand new NOS chrome. We'll have all this typed up in the eBay ad. You get the idea. But then ask yourself, okay, I'm gonna buy Super Hawk off of Craigslist or Facebook for $2,500 as is, hasn't run, needs a carb clean, right? And then you find out not only do the carbs need to rebuild, but you got to do all new air filters and intakes, and you got to put all new seals and gaskets on the carburetor, a carb rebuild kit. You're also going to need to do the fuel petcock, and you probably should rebuild the motor like this one was done. And while it's apart, you should paint the whole engine like this one was done in a new exhaust system, rebuild the whole engine, put new tires on it, new brakes, new shocks, new bars, all new bulbs and everything, and new seat. And ask yourself, what are you going to invest in labor if you pay a shop to do it? You're looking at somewhere around 60 hours labor at the typical shop rate for a qualified licensed restoration shop is $150 an hour in New England. It might be more in California, might be less in Alabama, I don't know, but figure minimum around here $150 an hour. So you're gonna have 9,000 in labor plus thousands in the parts. That's why these are selling at auction, because the people that know, okay, it's gonna cost me a fortune to restore one like this. This one's done. Here's, check this out. Look at this right here. This is the just a little tag on a chain the previous owner had put on here, but it shows the number one price of a 66-305 Super Hawk at $10,000. The number 2 price at $8,000. Number 3 price at $6,000. Number 4 at $4,000. And the JD Power numbers being $8,500 on the number one. So there's these are Blue Book numbers. So, and that's not only, that's what the Blue Book says. That's what they're selling for at Mecum. We don't make the market, we just reflect it. So this one will be sold with a reserve below what it's worth. So it's going to be an excellent value. High bidder wins. It's going to be sold at eBay auction. If you want to buy it outright, just call my son Kenny Jr. 860-454-7024. This one's ready to rock. New chain and sprockets, new tires, new brakes, new shocks. Everything's been redone. It's repainted, and the engine's been rebuilt with new Wiseco pistons. It doesn't get any better than this. Okay, guys. Went through our shop where they had been sitting for a year or so. So they cleaned the carbs, put new VP fuel in it. It's got a new battery in it, new spark plugs, and it's been road tested by me thoroughly. I rode the heck out of it this afternoon. How does sound cruise going by, Vernon?
Not gonna lie, this bike was moving and it sounded pretty good.
Yeah, but you know, and it's got if you look at the side profile, if you look at it from this angle here, it's a classic cafe racer look. That a lot of people have tried to mimic with modern bikes, where they try to make them look like cafe racers. Guys, this is the real freaking deal. Why buy a new bike and try to turn it into a cafe racer when you can buy a 60-year-old Super Hawk with the cafe racer bars already set up? It's got the flat seat, the flat tank, the whole profile. It's got new, more modern tires on it, and it's got a brand new exhaust system on it. It sounds wicked, runs wicked, it is wicked, and it's the right color, black and chrome, so with silver. It doesn't get any better than this. So bid high and bid often. This is a world-class 66 Super Hawk. Thanks for watching. God bless America.